And so I'm going to record as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. For the recording, Emre Katefi is our speaker. He is a retired industrial engineer and a central person in bringing systems thinking with a system dynamics approach to educators in Turkey, and has been instrumental over 10 years of their wonderful program. So, Emre, go ahead and get started, please.
Okay, thank you. I think Diana arrived.
Oh, one more thing. During this workshop, Emre would like you to interrupt him. He is saying how many of us are going to try to do on our computers what he is showing us. If you are doing that, he says interrupt him if you have questions.
Yes. So we couldn't complete the first workshop in time, so I hope we can do that this time. I have some updates in the workflow, and here I sent the workflow, and this is, let me share my screen. So this is the workflow I'm planning. Oops, not this. But
So you may want to download this from the chat.
yeah.
It's the sequence of topics he's going to work through in this workshop.
So these are the steps in 1.5 hours I'm planning to complete. If not, you can do that actually. But before that, I want to show what will be the end result.
The end product.
Yes. So we will have this very simple model, these rabbit wins, turtle wins, and these 4 converters are for the interface warnings or some kind of controls. Actually, we have 1 rabbit, 1 turtle, and rabbit has a constant speed, turtle has a constant speed. They have only 1 dimension. They do not change their y height dimension. They only go horizontal one way. And for this to be shown, actually this can be I think fifth year science. It is compatible with 5th year science curriculum in Turkey. And in the end, what we want is to have an SVG file. We are going to create this one, having 1 rabbit, 1 turtle, 2 images in that SVG file, 2 buttons. We have a navigation to change the pages, and 1, what was the name for it? Switch to show. Let me run this. When you don't check this, you don't see the speeds. When you check this, you have the speed converters shown, and also what speed will the rabbit and turtle will have. And when you run the simulation with this, you will get the result, rabbit wins, because this is not moving. And when you restore, and again, this time if you put 60, for example, for the turtle, so this time turtle wins. So we are going to create this, hopefully. So, but before doing this, don't save, we should create an SVG file, the SVG file. For this, first I will try this. I'm going to share this in the chat. When you click this, you should have got such a page. It might have different dimensions, but in the end, it should look like this, and I'm giving the same link. So this page, you can change the zoom level here. The first thing we should do is, let me follow here, to change the document properties. So these document properties are here in top left part of the page. It says SVG, H, and a downward arrow. When you click this, you have document properties. And when you select document properties, this is 640, 480 for me. But we need to change this to 1066 to 600 because this will be the page size we will be using in the interface in Stella. That's why we are changing this. If we have another size to use in Stella, then that would be the size. But now we change to 1066 to 600. And when I say OK, so let me, I unzoom it to see whole of the page. Did anyone try it and succeed in this? Because previous webinar, so Diana, you have, okay. This time it worked. So now we have a page or image or draft image that is compatible in size with the interface that we are going to use. But now we need to put, first we are going to put a rabbit image, then the other one. So do not delete this page. It should stay here. And when you put the image, you cannot import the image. You should give an URL to the image, and URL is here. First, I'm going to select this. To put the image, this is the 1, 2, 3, the fourth tool from the bottom. It says image tool. When you click this and go over the page and click anywhere, it asks the URL of the image. I paste the link that I'm going to share in a moment. And when I say, OK, I have the image here. So let me share the image link. So now we have the image. If you do not see an image and you just see some point, it might be that the width and height are set as 0. And let me do this. You can sometimes have such an result, but when you see that, just check here. If it is width and height is 0 and 0, you can change 40, 50, and 40. These are the dimensions of the image I know beforehand. So we have the image, but the location of the image is not the one that I prefer it to be. So I change it, the X coordinate to 0, Y coordinate to 400. So X coordinate is here. I change it to 0, and it immediately aligns the rabbit to the left of the image. And for the Y, I change it to 400. So this is the image I'm going to use in the interface. Of course, after I download and save it to the computer. So to import or save the image to the computer, we again go this SVG edit, the main menu drop down. And when I click the drop down icon, I can see that there's save or save as. I can first, this is first time, so I can save as the name was rabbit.svg. So the name changed, and when I checked the downloads, I have rabbit svg file ready to be used in the Stella. So I open Stella, but before putting the image in the interface layer, first I want to create some of the stocks and flows, that simple one stock, one flow part in the model. Let me increase the size. Yes. So one stock for position X with unit meter, one stock for position Y with unit, of course, meter. These are needed. The Y stock is needed because in the SVG file, both X and Y coordinates are to be linked. So you have to give an variable for Y coordinate. So first I put a position X stock with 0 and meter as units, and another stock as position Y, again 0. It will start at the 0th position of relative to the SVG file's location. So I created two stocks.
You want, the spelling is incorrect. Does that matter to you right now? Is it a problem?
Well, yes, because position Y. And this is also, I think,
right. ION, POSITION,
I here. Position, yes. So I can put a flow, a by flow, because it can change its position. But it won't, but it's better to use the by flow because it can move in both directions. Change position exchange. Position exchange, and the value is 50 meters per that per part, the time unit of the simulation will be, I open up the model settings by double clicking anywhere outside the elements in white space. So the stop time should be 30 and simulation duration is 3 seconds, and time units should write as seconds. So we are okay, I think, with this. Is it okay? Should I change to interface? Okay. So here is the interface part. Let me arrange here. So for the interface, first we should check if the width and height is compatible with the SVG file we are going to put. For this, I can open the interface settings, page settings, and it is 1066 by 600. So it's a white desktop tablet. It is the default one, actually. So after this, I create a blank page. For this, I push this Get Started button and select this Add Blank without any pre-formatted page. So I have this page now. So this is the page that we are going to create the animations. Let me, this will be the one, zoom to fit. That is, of course, a completely blank page, and we are going to fill this. The first thing we are going to put is the animation object. So this is the SVG file. The SVG file, as it is an image file, can be inserted in many ways, but as we want to animate it, we need to put it as an animation object. Animation object is this icon here, a camera with a play button on it, a play icon. When you click this, and the cursor changes, and you can just put it anywhere you like, because we are going to change the location of it. So you have a blank rectangle. First we need to do is to change its position, to put it to leftmost top position, this corner, and change the width and height to 1066 to 600, the page and the SVG file. So we are all aligning all of them. To do this, I can double click it or just open from the right hand side panel. The XY coordinates, to change the coordinates, I switch to style settings button here. For the X coordinate, I put 0, Y coordinate 0, with all total width of the page 1066, and what was this, 600. So now the animation object, which I haven't defined it, but it is it will be spread all over the page. I prefer to check this locked part, because if you do not, then whenever you try to select something, you can accidentally select this one too. But if you lock it, you cannot select this accidentally, and you don't need to select, because it should be there all the time. So after you lock this, now we are ready to add the image. So for this, we turn back to animation object settings in the same page or in the same window. We have this SVG file here. You can put a name here. Instead, you can browse it. We have just created this Rabbit SVG file. When you select this and open, we have the Rabbit here. Actually, we put all the SVG file, but we only see this, of course, Rabbit part. And now we are going to link the image with a part of the model, so that when that part of the model changes, the image changes. The SVG file has, that's why we are using SVG file, actually, has that interesting property that we can access all the elements in the SVG file. We are going to do, by accessing it, we can do many things, but the first thing we do is to move the object. So there are color schemes, style transformations, and movement transforms. The third one. In movement transforms, we are going to define which part in the SVG file to move or transform, and by which way. So the first thing I do is to add a new movement transform. I click this one. I have this window, and the selector is the object in the SVG file. When you click this, if you know the name of it, you can just write it after a hashtag, but we don't know, and we can see this. Visually selecting the selector. When I click this, I have the SVG file, but when I hover on this, I know that the name is SVG1 now. When I click this, now I selected the SVG1 as the selector. So I want to move this, I am trying to tell the interface. So it gets this name here. So in this window, I can do actually three things. The first thing is translate X, translate Y. This is movement. Scaling it, I can change the dimension of it. It looks at any variable in the model and scales as if you give one in that variable, it doesn't change. But if you put 2, it increases 2 times its size, or 0.5 decreases half of the size, or you can rotate it. But we are going to just translate it, or by saying translation, change the location of the X variable. So I can write just here, or I can select from here position X for the X dimension, and if I say P, then position Y for the Y dimension. So I have these two variables linked to the stocks in the model. It doesn't need to be only the stocks. It can be converters. Anything changes its value or doesn't change its value in the model can be linked to here. So we have linked the model to the SVG file, and to run the model, we should put run and restore buttons, 2 buttons. For this, first we have this on the leftmost side, the button feature. When I check this, click this, the cursor becomes a button icon, and when I click anywhere on the page, I have the button. But this button currently does nothing, so I have to define first the name. I can write run. I can put an image or do not put an image, but I prefer to put an image, and let me show a way that I think it is. You don't need to do this part, but just for information, this is a Font Awesome page, and when you click icons here, there are many 50,000 icons, and for example, I want to see all the icons related to play, and when I click this, all icons comes, but some are paid and some are not. So I select the free icons. So this is the classic one, or you can choose any one. When you click this window opens, and this is actually an SVG file, but not we are going to use in an animation, but just use it in to use the SVG file. It can scale infinitely, and you do not lose any resolution. So it's better to use actually, if you can, the SVG file. So I download the SVG file. So then I come here to the interface, and from the options menu in the icon, I select from file, and this is the place solid.svg that I had just downloaded. I select this and open. I have this file here actually when I increase this, but as you see, when I increase the size, it doesn't look good. To make it a little better, you can check this part, size icon to button. So this might be a little bit better, but I prefer to change the width and height as 75, so it looks a little bit better. So we have from here, we have the label, we have the image. Now we need to select the action. We wrote run, but it won't run if we do not select the run from here, the action list. So the first action it should do is run, and we don't have any other actions. So when we run this, I change to experiment mode, so I can run here. And when I click this, I can see that it moves. But for an interface, the user should reload the page again to run it again. So I should put restore this. Put a restore icon or button. So I copy and paste the same, but then I wrote restore here, and from here, instead of play, I can use another. This time I should, when I write back, I have this options there, those icons, and I download this icon. And for this restore, I chose this one, but you can choose anything you'd like. Rotate left solid. So this looks like a restore button, but when I click, it will again run because I didn't change the action list. So I change from run to restore all devices. So I am finished, I hope, with this. So when I run, Rabbit runs, restore, Rabbit goes back to its original position. So how I can put a numeric input here. Numeric input is a device like this that shows the value of anything in the model. So when I double click and I want to see the position, because this is the only thing changing in the animation now. Now it is 0. When I run it, I can see 1,500 meters in 30 seconds. So, but another device we can use in here is this display time control, because this part won't be available in the users or students when we publish this as an animation, as a page in internet. So if you put display time control anywhere you'd like here, and when you run this, you see the time here, and when you decrease the time, and you can see in which time where the rabbit is. So this completes the first page. Now we are going to create navigation controls and continue. Any questions?
So far, it's quite clear, I think.
So I'm happy because this was the hardest part, the SVG part. So the other parts are within the Stella, actually. So we will first create a new page. We will show the left-hand side, the page list. We have only one page. We are going to copy and paste and create another page. This is the same, exactly the same. We are doing this because we are going to put a navigation, and we need to have more than one page to navigate. So after creating this new page, we will select here in the context Dropbox. Instead of interface, we are going to select the templates. This brings a similar environment, but these templates are to be used in pages in a moment. So first thing we are going to do is we are going to create a navigation control. Navigation control is this icon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th from left. When I click it, the cursor becomes a navigation icon, and I can put this anywhere I like here. Of course, this is not the place that I want it to be. So after double clicking, I change the size and position, not the size, but the position of it. I can put 0 and 0, and it just aligns it to the top leftmost part. If I want to put some padding, just to have a little space, I can put anything I can put here, but just to it looks a little bit better. So after the location, now I can put the links. Well, the sequence was different here, so I go back to options in the same window and put the links. I have this link list currently empty. I add new item, not configured link. To configure it, I change from page none to page 1, and I can give a name, and let me give page 1, for example. So this changed to page 1, and I have another page, page 2. I select this one, so I say page 2 here. So I have 2 pages. Now I actually created a template to be used in the interface pages. So these template pages are not shown to the user, only the interface, as the name implies. So we created templates, but we don't have the template here because we haven't defined which template to use. We can have more than one template, and then it cannot automatically choose which template. In this page, for example, page 1, when I double click it, I open the right-hand side panel, interface settings, selected page settings. This is the name of the page. I can change it, but it's okay. Now, for the template, it says no template. When I select, I have one option because I created only one template. When I select this, I have this navigation bar here, and page 1 is seem to be selected because it should be, because I'm in the page 1. And when I go to page 2 and do the same thing, template from no template to template 1. So I have this here, page 2 selected. So when I run this in the run mode, I can go from one page to, but you don't, it cannot be differentiated because, for example, let me remove here this one, and when I run this, I know that now I'm in page 1 and now in page 2. Another thing I can do is to move this buttons to the template, because both are the same, and it might be, if you have more than a couple of pages, it might be good to move them to a template within a template. So I copy this, delete this, and also delete this, come to the templates and paste it. So when I come back to the interface, I see that these buttons are here because these buttons are now coming from the template because I just removed them. Delete the maximum model view. And now we are going to put a model view, but two versions of the same view. The first one will show only the stock, and when you click something, so open a switch, it would also show the flow of it. So for this, first, I delete this one.
You want to be on page 1 though, right?
This is the first page,
Yes.
and this will be in the page 2, the model view operations. Actually, it can be done in the page 1. It's only for convenience. So the first thing I need to do is to create a model view. This is the one right of the navigation control. So when I click this icon, changes to model view icon, and I can put again anywhere I'd like. But for this, I need, again, also for this, I need to put an exact place for the location of the model view, because I'll be using 2 of them, and they should be just one exactly over the other. So the first thing I do is to change size, no, not the size, but the position of the model. So when I double click, I have again here, let me close this. Here, I have the options for X 300 and for Y 40. So we have this here, but we need to, we are here, actually, by chance, we can see both of them, but it might be the case that we cannot see the part of the model that we want to show. So if I want to search or locate the part of the model that I want to show, we have this position window here in options of the model view. I can walk around the model And here, for example, let's say we select this part. We can increase or decrease the zoom of it, and many things we can do, but for this webinar's workshops purposes, we can just leave this as it is. And now I have this portion. This is position Y. I put it on purpose to remove it. I need to change the visible structure. Currently, it shows all of the model. So here, when I change the visible structure, I select, I have this window and I have these grayed ones. The grayed ones are the ones that are to be shown. So when I click on this one, the position Y stuck, I inform that I don't want it to be shown. I want to hide it. And also, I want to hide the position exchange because the first view should only show the position X. For the teacher to talk about, for example, what is this stock is before changing. So I only have this one. And I want to create another one that has the flow on it. So, and use both of them interchangeably. So here I copy and paste one of them. I copy and paste because it has the exact locations on them. When I double click this time, of course, I need to put the flow here, not the position Y stuck. It is not needed. So actually, I have both of the views, model views here, but currently they are both separated and shown at the same time. So what I'm going to do is create a converter that regulates or that informs this which one to be shown in which condition. So for this, I will go to the model part and create first a show flow converter. Here, show flow, and set this to 0. That is 0 is no show. And another converter named hide show. This is needed to hide another one. Okay. This will be apparent in a minute. So, but this I cannot give a value here because the value of hide show will be dependent on what's been selected in the this show flow. When I link this and if show flow is equal to 1, then this will get the value of 0, and if it is not 1, else it will be 1. So what this, when this is 1, this will become 0, and when this is 0, this will become 1. We are going to use these two in the model views to make their visibility or control their visibility. And this is how we are going to do this. We are going to go to interface. This is the first model, model 1. Here, when I double click, the last one is object visibility. And I check both of them and say that this object is visible if here height flow is not equal to 0. I can select here height flow. height show. It should be, let me, this is not show, this is flow. Okay. So the first one will be visible when height flow is not equal to 1. And the second one, on the contrary, this should be show flow. So these two are now connected to the converters. Their visibility is connected to the converters. But we should control that converter, the show flow converter, from the interface. For this, we need to create a switch. Switch is here, and when I select and put the switch anywhere here, double click, this switch will be linked or connected to show flow. I have only one option because there is one thing to be used, that can be used as a switch. And I changed the name, I think, show flow. And title left. So when I run this, oops. Yes. When I restore, it restored all devices. Now I have this one, but I can run this. I can only see this one. So when I click this, that one disappears, the first model one disappears, and the one with the flow appears. So this switch makes, or this mechanism makes this one. Of course, I put them in different locations. The real or much better thing is to put this here instead of this number, not and 40. Now it is just over it, and when I run this, when I click this, it just shows as just over the other. So so we are, I think we are going very well. I hope. Now we finished, completed the page 2, and now we come to page 3, and we are going to put the turtle and work on a little bit complicated operations on them. Any questions up till here? Okay, or any other? So here, right, okay. Here, okay. I need to first I need to add the turtle. For the turtle, where is the turtle? First, okay, first on the here, change the name of the stocks as this will be rabbit position X. This will be rabbit position Y. Rabbit position. So I'm going to make a copy of this and rename them as turtle. 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 So I put rename, and now as I want them to have some controls for the students or the teacher, I'm planning to put 2 speed converters. I can do the same thing, putting the same number here, turtle position exchange or turtle position, rabbit position exchange. But it is much convenient or flexible to use a converter as like this rabbit speed and connect this to here. And the first value is, the initial value is, it was 50 actually, yes. And, oops. So, turtle speed. Turtle speed is, it should be 0 in the beginning. So I have 2 X and Y coordinates for these 2 animals. I have to change the rabbit position flow. It was only 50. It was a number, so I have a connector. But I, in addition, to make it a race and to make a race a finite race, I need to stop the animation or stop the position of the animal whenever it reaches 1000 meters. So for this to be done, I need to put a link from position to inform the flow as if it is 1000, like this. If rabbit position is less than 1000, then run. That is rabbit speed. Else, stop. So I can put the same here after thinking this. And instead of rabbit position, turtle position, rabbit speed, turtle speed. So here what this does is if turtle position is less than 1000, then it will going to use the turtle speed, whatever in it, it will inflow to the, or if it is a negative number, it will outflow it. It will change the position with the speed, and if not, do nothing. So now, this is not the Inkscape. The other part, when we come to interface, we need to, before going here, we need to create an SVG file that has a turtle in it. Currently, we have only this one. So for this, I'm going to put here this one. We have the rabbit, but we can, of course, have one more or any. We can put the image tool again, and instead of here rabbit, now it is turtle, and it puts a turtle here. Well, actually, I put these two the URLs so I can find this. You can use any URL you'd like. So the these are for the Inkscape, but these are not valid now. This caused some problems in the previous webinar, so I removed them. let me remove it from here. So the location is, of course, not good enough. So I change this location. X is 0, and this is, let this be over the other. So if this is 400, maybe it should see, oh no, 300, 350. So we have the rabbit and turtle in the internet page. But we need to download this or save as. This time, if I save this, it will save as rabbit.svg, but then it will break the other links to the interface. So I have to save as, for example, rabbit and turtle. Turtle.svg. And now I have, when I check this, I have rabbit and turtle.svg here. So I have this page downloaded, and now I can create another page like this. I can copy and paste. But now I need to change the SVG file, because currently, as I copied from the other one, I have rabbit.svg as the SVG file. So I need to change this with the one having the turtle. So I browse again, and now instead of rabbit SVG, I select rabbit turtle SVG, and when I open it, I have the turtle here. But of course, I have only the SVG one, that is the rabbit position. I also introduce the turtle position that I had previously, a couple of moments ago, created in the model. So I add a new movement transform. From the selector, this time I select the turtle, that is SVG2. You can change these names from here. When you select this, you get this ID. You can write turtle here. You can write rabbit here. And when you do this, you see rabbit, or I didn't do that because it wasn't that much sophisticated. They are easily recognizable. So when I select SVG2, the turtle, and OK, I know that now I'm going to give the links for the turtle. So turtle position X and turtle position Y. Turtle position Y. When I say OK, so then actually we have just defined the movement of both of the animals. And when I run this, of course, the turtle doesn't move. But as you can see, the rabbit stopped at 1,000 meters. Actually, I can run this by changing turtle speed from 0 to, for example, 30, and come back here, run again, restore, and when I click this, this again runs, and actually 1,000. Both of them moves. It should come as far as here, but maybe these are the form less than 1,000. We said maybe it just jumped that part. But in the animation, we should give the user how well this is this page? Yes, this is page 3, but we didn't update the navigation. It should be move, transfers, run, restore. It is here. So when we come to the templates and select this, we have page 1, page 2, double click. Here we need to put the page 3 as a navigation page 3. So when I come to the interface, I have the page 3 now. So I can navigate the pages, through the pages. Now, what's left? Yes. So now what we are going to do is to add the speed converters as parameters to be changed by the user or the student. So instead of this, let me. Here, I'm in page 3. What I want is, the first one has only one stack, and I have stuck with the flow shown. But now, in the first one, I want to show change visible structure. I want to show only stock and flow, and also turtle, stock, and flow. Here we have a problem that the definition or the title of the flow is a bit hidden. So to make it here, we can see it. So to make this whole thing up, I select here, and with shift and down arrow, I move this to below. So instead of doing this, maybe you have noticed we have 170 here, 298 X and Y coordinates. This is, if we do this because they won't overlap on each other, we can do the same thing. I change here with 170. Now they are all aligned. This is the model view that to be shown when the show flow, or not, we are going to change. Let me change this show, not show flow, but show speeds. When this is selected, if it is not, switch is not on, if it is, the switch is off, this will be shown. And when switch is selected, I want change visible, all of them to be shown. Not all of them, of course. I don't want this loop or this thing to be shown, because this is only for animation purposes, to stop the animal from running. So it is not a topic or outcome-based thing. So I just hide it, as it is not that will not be, it will be a science course, not a coding course. So we have the basic model views, but of course this is not aligned with the other, so I have to again put this for, what was the number? No, it should be, I think it was 340, and this should also be 340. So when I run this, when I select the show speeds, it shows the speeds currently, but it shows speeds, but I don't have any control to change the speed. So I should put some numeric input to change the speed. For this, I select the numeric input, click here, double click, I select the first one, rabbit speed, and I don't want any titles, and I want the input expand to here. I put and I create a copy and paste it. Instead of rabbit speed, now I'm going to put turtle speed. And so when I create them, they get their initial values. I can change this through the animation run. But if I run them, there is something wrong. When I restore, they are also shown. They should be hidden. So for them to be hidden, I have like this object visibility part, show flow. I have to change these two as object visibility as show flow, and the other one same, show flow. So when I run this time, I can see that when the speed parts are shown, the inputs are also shown. And now this is okay, and I can give a number, and now the turtle wins. So this, I think, well, actually, we can put a graph here. Time control graph. Graph is this graph icon. I can put it anywhere here, and by double clicking, I can select the series. The first one, rabbit's position, and I can select one by one, or I can click command, or I don't know what the corresponding key, but there should be a key that you can do multiple selections in one go. And when you select this, these two are selected and put in the list. I generally increase the thickness like this. So now when we run this, we can see in which time what will be, and the location, and the speeds, and all other variables. So let me change this to 0, because in the original it was 0. So we have, oh, okay, 20 minutes, and numeric control for speed. Okay. So the last part is to put some simulation events. So that part that warns that whichever wins, rabbit or turtle, informs the user or the student as that event happened. So for this, again, we need to put some converters. There will be two converters, rabbit wins and turtle wins. Here, let me organize here. First one, rabbit wins. So when this converter gets a value, that event will be raised. So for this to be run, I need to link here the position of rabbit and position of turtle. So this will be if one of them, the turtle position, rabbit position or turtle position is oops. Which one is more understandable? We are going to check always the rabbit position X and turtle position X and find the maximum, which one is ahead of the other. And whenever this maximum is over 1000 or equal to 1000, and rabbit position X is greater than, if this happens and rabbit is ahead of turtle, then rabbit wins becomes 1. And for the other, actually, it should, oops. Rabbit was, okay. So this is turtle wins. So we need to get information both of these position stocks. So this part is the same here. If max is over 1000, this is the condition that the race is over, and here we can say now position X is less than or if it is less than and or equal, maybe we can give turtle a bonus, and that we can say that bonus wins. This is a very small detail, but so these two conditions, so this becomes 1 whenever the race becomes one of the animals comes to 1000, and that animal is rabbit, and turtle win is based on the assumption that one of the animals completed the 1000 meter, and that animal is turtle. So these two equations does this. So we have done this part. Now the interface. If we have done this, that interface part is not that much complicated. So in interface settings, we have here. It is from the 1, 2, 3, the fourth icon from the bottom, the one with exclamation mark. When you click this, you have this simulation events list, and we have currently no events. We need to first add an event. When we add an event, we need to select a converter, select something from here, all the elements that will be used for the warning, for the event. So I will select rabbit wins that we have just created. And when I select it, it says what will be the threshold of this. So I will change this threshold to 0, because when it changes from 0 to 1, I want something to be done. And what it will do is when this action is triggered, the simulation is ended for both model and interface. So when the variable grows larger than the threshold, I leave this as it is, once per run, okay. And in the event, I am going to add action. I can add actions for model or interface. If I only add here, it will not work in the interface. Or it can, if I only add here, it won't be in the modeling part. But I'm going to see both of them. So when I click this, let me do that again. Here, please add action. So when this action is triggered, the simulation is ended. So I just check this, only this one. And I have other options, but for the time being, this is. So here in the model actions, I have this action, stop simulation and do nothing for everyone. So when threshold is over 0, it will stop the simulation in the modeling phase. But when here in the add action here again, and I do the same, so I have, oops, no, I did remove action. So please edit.
You need to put this in the model, in the interface at the top of the screen. I think at the top of this, you need to say when, oh, no, it's in add your action.
It should be add the action.
Add action. Now at the
I know,
top,
here.
run, yeah,
I-
in the
I-
interface window.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me do this again. So this is the first one that we have done, and this part we are trying to do. When I click the add action, it automatically this is selected. Run was started via model window, but we are not. We have just done this. This part, and for we want the action to be done when in this interface window. So we have to first select this one. If run was started via interface window, then when this action is triggered, the simulation is ended. So when I click this, I have, in both cases, it will stop the simulation. So this is for when the value of rabbit wins exceeds 0, it will stop the simulation. But I think we forgot to put a warning or the information, anything. It will stop. I'm changing this. I want an content, or actually I should say rabbit wins. Here, rabbit wins. I couldn't. Rabbit. It wins. So this is the message it will say after it's finished. Stop the run. So I will do the same as here. Okay. Now I have this event. I'm going to put another event for the turtle wins. So for this, I need to use turtle wins figure. And again, the threshold will be 0. And I'm going to add action. When the action is triggered, the simulation is ended. But now the turtle wins. Turtle wins. And I'm going to do the same for the interface section. For this, first I select this one, run was started via interface window. And when this action is triggered, the simulation is ended. I check this and put turtle wins and OK, and another OK. So we have two events now. And when I run and restore, let's see what we are expecting. Rabbit, this is 20 and rabbit 50. We want rabbit, we expect to win. And now rabbit wins. And when I restore this and show the speeds and put, for example, 60 here, and when I run this time, turtle wins. And the last thing we can do is to publish this. Very quickly, we have 9 more minutes. It is actually very straightforward. In the interface page, but probably you have to restore all of them, because when you publish a run version, then all those things also published. So if you want a clean one, the page is not important because it just takes the first page as the home page, but you have to restore all of it. File, publish, you have to give oh, I wrote it correctly this time, but so if I can sign in, yes. So I create a new rabbit and turtle. I give a name. This is for education. I agree. And when I create the SIM application, it wants me to upload. And when I click to upload, it uploads the pages. And here, and when I share this, this will be copy link address. I can go here now and paste this and share anyone. Now we have page 3. Let's do the same, 60, and run. Turtle wins here. So we have 6 more minutes. Any questions?
This is really great, Emre.
Thank you.
You were very clear on all of this, and I think having the recording will help us. So I've seen this twice, and I couldn't do anything the first time because I had a problem immediately. This time I was able to do about half of it with you. I had some problems in some parts that I was not anticipating, but because I have the recording, I can just go back and watch that over. And
Or
you
we
have
can
done
do
the
another
whole...
one after 12.
No. But the fact is that we have the recording. And so for me, I like to be able to follow it through. And so that's great. Do we have any questions? Emre, would you do something else? You can cut this part out. Show us some of the animations that you have done on the Miro page. Can you get to that and show some of the beautiful animations that you have done? He tried to pick the simplest possible thing to teach us because it's not trivial to learn this for the first time. but some of the beautiful things he's done, can you access that without too much trouble, or do you know?
I think Ed was trying to ask something, but he is muted.
Okay, I'm sorry. You could go ahead, Ed. You should do that. No, we can't hear you.
Okay, very minor comment. On the graph that you have inserted there, Emery, I would fix the y-axis so that it's not changing the scale as the
Yes.
animation is running. But that's very trivial. Everything else is fantastic. I mean, from what Diane is saying, it's not trivial. I mean, it is almost trivial when you see it explained this way. We have to, have to sit down and go through it a couple times. But it's amazingly straightforward. My other comment is you made a few typos, but nothing like I would make if I were doing this in Turkish. So congratulations.
But actually, I do the same in Turkish because
Uh,
it's a problem with my fingers and brain.
and we do the same in English too. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
As an elementary school teacher, that story of a turtle and rabbit story is very familiar with students, young kids. So those MS lecture is very neat, helpful for me, but I couldn't follow. Yeah. So
Well,
later I know I'm gonna see those recordings, that recordings repeatedly. So maybe in the future I could teach uh, those interface to my students. So very thank you.
I
Good.
think Emory has done these with elementary school teachers who use these kinds of things with their students because the animation is very reinforcing and showing the model in steps so they understand. Having the rabbit speed, students understand that name much more easily. So when they change the number, it makes sense to them. So all of this is really, really good for elementary students.
And we have done actually a story, and in the story, I can show it, but it might take some time to find it. But it is not. It can be adapted to primary school. It is for middle school, for Weltham school. And in the story, there are some fields or empty boxes that the student can fill. And within the story, he creates a story that creates a graph. And the teacher can give the graph and create the story according to this graph,
Yeah.
or give the story and ask for students to predict the shape of the graph and put them.
Yeah.
So in both ways, it can be done, and they can go over it. And and this is in the internet, and anyone with an internet connection, even with the cell phones, you can reach and run the simulation. It is, I think,
Right.
very flexible.
And it's all free.
Yes,
So
yes,
the beauty is not that elementary teachers are going to create this, but
yes.
to know that this can be created. And then we try to create more, and maybe the language can be changed so that it's a warehouse of models that can be used in different countries. So
if you ended up with a situation where a teacher understood, like what Diana just said, that they can see how you connect a story with the model. If you got to the point where a teacher was asking you to create a model to illustrate a story, that would be huge,
right.
because then it would be their story,
Mhm.
and they would end up seeing the model illustrating their story.
Right.
One other brief comment, slightly off topic, but Franz Kafka wrote a short story called Metamorphosis.
Hmm.
I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but it's very interesting that we started with Benjamin and now we have Leanna. So we had a metamorphosis from one person to another right during the
Yeah.
presentation here.
Right.
It's a really strange story if you haven't ever read it before. So
Okay. Well, Emre, thank you very much.
yeah,
I'm glad you were able to get through your whole
Yes.
presentation.
Me too.
And it will be very useful to use this recording as the main recording because it's complete.
Mhm.
And once it's up, then everyone who's watched this can go back and try to replicate
Mhm.
what you did. And
I
thank
will
you
put
for the
everything,
flow also. You may want to save the chat because there are some important links in the chat.
Yes. And I'm going to put everything in all the material in a Google folder and give the link for the Google folder. And if anyone needs it, you can just.
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be
Okay.
great. Thanks.
Well, thank you very much, Emre. This is wonderful. And we really appreciate you sharing your expertise with us. As always, it's great.
Yeah, always.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
very much.
Yeah, thank you,
So-
Emery. Yeah, I'm looking forward to you
Yeah.
know, doing this
We will
as you
see
talked
you.
about Diana kind of doing it a few times and
Yeah,
stop
I have to,
do it,
so I will maybe get my first real one the third or fourth time that I go through this. So,
yeah.
okay. Thank you, Emre, very much.
You're
This was a
Fantastic,
lot of
yeah.
work. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
okay.
Bye bye.
See you next
All right.
time. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.